How's it going? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do. I
Why is that?
support him even though everything that everyone says and everything that people say just you life spreading misinformation for no reason.
Cool. Where are you from?
From Oregon.
Oregon?
So yeah, do you have a problem
time
with
is it?
that or something?
No, Portland?
Around there, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Why, you have an issue with that little guy?
No.
Okay, so then what's your issue with the people who actually care about American values and actually care about conservatism and family traditional values? What do you care? Why
You're
do you
the
care
guy
about
that's
that?
the groiper, right?
Waple?
Yeah, groiper.
What's that? What that mean?
Like Nick Fuentes.
I don't like Nick Fuentes. He's anti-Semitic.
Okay.
He was
What's your name? What can I call you?
He claims to be Christian and claims to love Christ, but he did completely disrespect the holy land that he was from and the land that we're supposed to respect.
For sure. What can I call you so I can introduce you to the
You
YouTube?
can call me Husky.
Perfect. Give me 15 seconds. I'll introduce you to the YouTube stream. Then we'll get started with the debate. You tell me why you support Trump. What's up, YouTube? Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe if you're over on YouTube. If you're over on TikTok, double tap that phone screen. That follow button if you haven't already. Let's do a power tap for this introduction. The next 30 seconds. Double tap that phone screen. Hit that repost. Hit that share copy link a couple of times. Share this out to a couple of friends. We have Husky over here on the line telling us that they say support Trump. They don't like Nick Fuentes because he isn't a real Christian, and he thinks all of the liberal quote unquote talking points are misinformation, and he still supports Trump. So go ahead, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
Yeah, I just told you a reason, but you don't listen because you're a typical moron liberal who doesn't like thinking. So that's my reason right now.
All right, can you say it again for the YouTube stream?
Yeah, I think that Trump's better because he's fixing immigration and the economy and the foreign policy and everything that really comes with being the president. He's doing good. So,
Sure. How is he fixing immigration?
because he's making sure that people who are here illegally don't come here illegally anymore. It's really not that hard to figure out, little guy.
So what is one benefit of mass deporting quote unquote illegal immigrants?
Yeah, it means they get the hell out of here quicker. Because we want to make sure.
That's not a benefit. That's circular. You're saying getting rid of illegal immigrants is good because we're getting rid of them.
Well, how about I tell you this? Would you want someone in this country that you don't know anything about and you can't track down, and if they commit a crime, you can never find them ever again? Probably not, right?
Yeah, that's why we should do mass amnesty, offer them a pathway to residency or citizenship.
Probably not, because if they're here illegally and they already committed a crime, they might do it again, moron.
Yeah, I think we should offer them a pathway to residency or citizenship.
Yeah, I think you maybe should pull your head out of your ass.
Yeah, why am I wrong? Prove me wrong.
I just told you.
Why does mass amnesty not work?
Because when you do something like that, it makes way too much money.
It makes too much money?
It costs way too much money
Mass
to do
deportation
something.
costs billions of dollars. It's $80 billion a year for mass deportation.
That's exactly. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, for mass deportation, which is which is more than it would be for mass amnesty.
Okay, well, do you have $80 billion?
No, I don't. What?
Most people don't. Most people think that's a lot of money.
What does that have to do with anything I just said?
Well, because for normal people, that's a lot of money for normal people.
Right, that's why the government isn't a normal person?
Yeah, but the government is in debt. The government doesn't have any money. We're already in debt, you moron.
If you care about that, you shouldn't support Trump. He had double than Biden did in his first term.
Gosh,
He had a big, beautiful bill, added $5 trillion.
Here we go with the fake statistics every time.
You can take a look at any...
Wouldn't tell me how that will. Care to explain? Liberal? Yeah, go ahead. Go on. You're scared though, you won't.
I will give you a source.
Okay, what are you laughing at?
Did Trump...
Are you gonna make fun of my voice like every single one of people? Apparently Webb was a super friendly and super nice and they're accepting of everyone, but they hate my voice for some reason.
I never said anything about your voice. It's gonna be... Okay. It's gonna be... U.S. Budget Watch 2024, CRFB. How much did President Trump add to the debt? It's gonna be 7.8 trillion, and then Joe Biden did half of that. So he did
Where did you
add
get
more.
this from? Tell me again. Right now. Tell me right now.
Yeah, crfb.org.
What the
US
heck
Budget
is
Watch.
that?
US Budget Watch 2024.
Let me
How
take a
much
little
did
guess.
President Trump add to the debt?
Let me take a little guess. That was funded by George Soros.
No, it wasn't funded by George Soros.
Can you tell me down? Can you tell me that you have Can you tell me who funded that statistical data?
CRBF?
Yeah, who the heck is that? Nobody knows. They're irrelevant. There we go again. Speaking to another wibble that doesn't know shit besides your own head.
Are you gonna address what I said?
Yeah, I did. I said that it's a fake statistic because it's funded by...
The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget is generally considered a nonpartisan or centrist or right-center think tank that focuses on fiscal responsibility. So it's centrist, right-leaning.
Yeah, that's totally not real. You know it.
What's wrong with the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget?
Because it's obviously coming up with wibble statistics.
I just told you a centrist or a right-center think tank.
Yeah, but how do I know that you're being completely honest?
How about you take a look at the source that I provided, which you and prove me wrong?
Okay, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. I'll go look it up later.
The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. How much did President Trump add to the debt?
Okay, I'll look that up later.
Okay, so you have no evidence for your claim. I have evidence for my claim.
Listen, little guy. I want to let you know something. That picture you have back there of Trump and Epstein, you realize that's not proving anything at all, right? You realize just because let me tell you. No. Yes. Hold on. Let me tell you something real quick. Do you know statistically in your lifetime you're gonna walk past about 6 motos in your lifetime? What happens is you have a picture of one of them and you don't even know. Are you incriminating?
What?
According
to who am I gonna walk by 6 murderers?
In statistical, you'll at least come face to face with one murderer in your lifetime without knowing it.
What's your source?
You just look up, on average, how many murderers will you walk past in your lifetime?
I don't take pictures with people I walk past.
Fine.
I'm not best friends for 15 years with someone like that.
But let me tell you something real quick, okay? What if one of your best friends from high school ended up murdering someone and you had no idea and you kept being friends with them?
I wouldn't say that they should. I wouldn't try to. I wouldn't attempt or say that you're considering pardoning them. I wouldn't say that like he did with Maxwell.
Oh, yeah? Okay, that's bullshit.
And I wouldn't wish them well.
He never did that.
He said he wishes Ghislaine Maxwell well. And he said that he's...
So it's an issue to wish one of your friends well now? You can't do wish your friend well?
Not if they're a serial rapist. P3DO, no.
Okay,
type of one in the comment section if this guy is just DUMB. Like, you are just like the definition of a cult member, right?
And you're the definition of a little twink boy.
Yeah, you're weird, that's why.
I'm gonna wake you up.
No, you're good. Do you sport, Trump?
Oh, absolutely, brother.
Why is that?
Well, why wouldn't I? Give me a reason not to.
The biggest reason is going to be he's selfish, and I can condense this into multiple arguments, but that's going to be the reason.
Okay, he's selfish.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you how?
Okay, well, do you think a bunch of fucking people in history weren't selfish?
Sure.
Okay.
I can tell you
why.
Do you think Alexander... bad.
All right, but let me tell you something. Do you think Alexander the Great wasn't selfish?
Alexander the Great was a terrible person. I don't know what to tell you, dog.
Terrible person, but achieved great things.
No, he raped and pillaged. Like, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
I can tell you how this is just like a...
Not going into the whole, like, back then kind of shit.
Well, no, I'll just tell you how he's, like, selfish.
Okay, well, you can tell me, because I know history. I know what Alexander...
All right, well, we're talking about currently. We're not back in the fucking 1800s or 1600s, all right?
Yeah, can we talk about President Trump?
Who am I talking to? Gavin?
Yo, you're the host right here. And Gavin, too, if he wants to, like, pitch in.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what I meant by selfish. He's selfish enough to violate the bodily autonomy of E. Jean Carroll and rape her. He's selfish enough to sexually exploit women and children.
Explain that to me a little more in detail.
He forcefully penetrated her vagina with his fingers. That's what the jury ruled.
And ejaculated on her.
And I think it's selfish. E. Jean Carroll.
E. Jean Carroll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the case he's convicted of, it's in the case it does say that he's convicted
of.
No, it was unconsensual. That's the point. That's why it's selfish, because he chose to grape E. Jean Carroll.
Okay, but I can tell you. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. You can only take things with a grain of salt.
It's just proven.
All right, but he was convicted.
But listen.
All right, but he was convicted.
But listen,
it's not. This isn't just from the news sources. He was convicted.
Listen to me. Give me a chance to talk, brother.
Go ahead,
please. Nothing came to light until this man started running for president and started making shit happen in the world.
That's just not true. Yes.
Really?
Yes, there have been many. There have been many trials. There have been many trials.
This specific case we're talking about right now wasn't brought to light until he ran for president.
How does that prove that she was lying?
Okay, but it's a motive.
Not a reasonable motive.
It's coincidental.
Like, typically, like if someone like grapes you or does something horrible and they're running for the most powerful office, hold on, can I finish? You were just complaining.
Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
You're good. So I think here the issue is if someone like grapes you or does something horrible to you, you're gonna typically want to like alert the public if they're running for the most powerful position in the world. You'd want the people to know who they're voting for or who the person who holds that power is, right? So I think it's actually reasonable that it happened around that time. Also, it's because she wrote a book, right, calling him a rapist, saying he raped her. He called her a liar, defamed her. If he would have just kept his mouth shut, she wouldn't have sued him for defamation.
Well, listen to this, gentlemen. Gentlemen, if I could just say one thing.
Go for it.
I care as much about you do, about every human life and every last one of us, and any victim should be heard and should be brought to justice. But these people who are fucking in charge of our world, the Bidens, the Obamas, the Trumps now, and the Rothschilds.
Oh my God.
The people beyond the politicians.
Smeagol, let me ask you something. Do you think Jews control the world?
Not just Jews.
Okay, so you're just anti-Semitic.
No, I'm not anti-Semitic.
No, you're not anti-Semitic. You're anti-Semitic.
Not just Jews. I do accept the ground you take. I accept that because I was raised like that. My dad preached the same thing you're saying, and I understand what you're saying.
Not to be racist and anti-Semitic.
No racism. No racism involved. I understand what you're saying, but it's more